Welcome back to another breakdown of what I taught in my Inferno classes this week, starting with the abs. From a reclined position with the left leg bent and a weight in the left hand, we went for weighted roll-ups, extending the arms fully at the top, articulating through the spine on the way up and down. Then keeping the legs same, coming into a half roll-back position, rounding through the spine, reaching the right hand forward, going for an overhead press with the left hand, drawing the weight to the shoulder, and then pressing it straight back up to the ceiling. Still in our half rollback, extending the left arm, then lifting and tapping the left toes to the mat with the option to hover the right leg off the floor for an additional challenge. Rolling onto the back, we then switched the weight over to the other side, bent the right knee, straightened the left leg, and repeated the whole thing on the second side. Then we did this tabletop combo to challenge stability with a block under the left hand and the right toes tucked under, going for a row on the right side. Then to add some complexity after the row, pivoting on the bottom knee, pressing the weight up to the sky in this side plank variation before coming back down and repeating for a few reps. Then holding this open side plank position to challenge the obliques, I had everyone come up, bringing the arms to a T and gently dropping the bottom hand back down to the block. The focus is on using the obliques and core to control the movement rather than dropping the hand heavy to the block every time. Backtracking a little bit for bridges, we started with a standard hip raise with a narrow chest press, keeping the elbows close to the sides, palms facing in. Adding on, we went for that same chest press and hip raise, adding a skull crusher at the top before lowering back down. Then switching it up, we stayed at the top, just working the skull crushers with a calf raise. Then finished off the bridge series, keeping the arms extended and marching one knee into the chest at a time, focusing on keeping the hips stable in the center. For standing work, we started with a squat with an overhead press at the bottom of the squat before returning to standing, and then repeated the same action in the upper body but with a reverse lunge instead of a squat. Remaining standing, we did some plie squat work with one foot elevated by a block, including calf raises and pulses. Then continuing to face the long edge of the mat, we built this combo starting with a side lunge. Adding on from the side lunge, taking the hands down to the floor and stepping the front foot back for a 3-point plank before returning to center. And then coming down to that plank position, placing both feet onto the mat and finishing with torpedoes. Finishing off in a kneeling position with a burner for the shoulders, extending both arms forward and going for a front raise with only one arm, keeping the opposite arm extended, and finally doubling it up at the end. And that's what I'm teaching this week. Thanks for watching!